So Manus is not free anymore. We need to pay a subscription to access Manus. We have received that news last week on Friday and decided that it was worth it. So now we're paying $39 US dollars per month for 3,900 credits, but there are ways to get a few more. Let's make it 4,000 credits just to round it up. So now when we're looking at a task executed by Manus, it has a cost. Is it worth it? Well, today is really the case because we're saving approximately an hour and a half for $5. If you're not familiar with Manus, go back to the first episode of this series, Working with Manus, where I describe in the first video the various elements of Manus because I'm not going to describe them in this video. So what is the topic today? What is the use case? We want to automate the generation of our very successful newsletter. How we're going to do this and which part are we going to automate? We're going to automate all the search, everything about gathering information from the internet, copying, summarizing, and formatting it for all the social media, not only our newsletter, but LinkedIn, Thread, X, and everything else. So the prompt is fairly long. It must have all our brand elements because we want all the generation, all the text generation to be in brand. This is the way we'll get to that. And then we start with the instruction. First instruction, go and get the next event published on our website, starting coming Monday, because our newsletter is going to be coming up next Monday. Find 5 interesting articles. I will choose 3. So you have to summarize them, and I define what is an interesting article in the prompt. And then once I select 3, for every one of them, I want the format for the newsletter, I want the format for LinkedIn, I want the format for Thread, and I want the format for X. And finally, out of the 5 articles that we selected, the 3 articles that we selected originally, I want 3 quotes from real people, actual quote from those elements, and I'm going to choose the one that I copy and paste into my newsletter. And I'm giving the list of the 4 websites where I find most of my AI news, most of the latest news. So let's see how Manus is doing that. How much does it cost and how much does it save? So Manus starts with a normal to-do list about everything that it needs to do, goes through our website rather quickly, drills down, and finally gives me a summary of the 4 trainings that are happening after Monday, and it's formatted exactly the way I ask it. So my copy and paste is going to be very, very simple. Why do I keep a copy and paste? Because I still want to review. I want to make sure that nothing is wrong in the information that has been published. Nothing is wrong in the way Manus selects that information. Now we're going to step 2, finding articles, looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and giving me the 5 articles to choose from. Yeah. So now I have the newsletter summary, and Manus is asking me to choose which one I want. So I open it. I have a very short description of the title, which is already a summary of the title. I have a summary of the article to choose from. So I will decide as the editor of the newsletter which 3 out of these 5 articles are the one I want. So I select 1, 5, and 3, and Manus continues and generates all of that. And at the end, I have my upcoming events that I can copy and paste. I hold all my social media, so format for LinkedIn, for Thread, for X, for all 3 articles that I've selected. I have the summary for selection. I have 3 quotes that I can choose from. And finally, this is one additional task I gave to Manus recently. Give me a short title and a long title for the newsletter. I will probably change these, but they are already pretty close to what I want. Now, how much did it cost? This task use approximately 500 credits. So 500 credits out of 4,000 monthly, that's $5. So I've saved I've saved an hour and a half, and I paid $5 to Manus. Is it a good deal? Absolutely. I will do it every week from now on. Being at the back end and of all these processes, making sure the quality is there. And as I'm doing this, I usually every week I tweak a little bit the prompt to make it better, to get better results, and making also my life easier in the copy and paste that I save, to force myself to review that. So this one has definitely a positive ROI. So subscribe to the channels to see a next use case, and is it as profitable as this one?